Very nice. It's not every day you get to unbox a set of Enve carbon wheels, but today I am, so keep watching the video. You're going to find out about the brand new Enve G23 wheels. They're an all new carbon gravel wheel. They launched earlier this year, and my colleague Jack got a first look at them when they launched. I think that video linked up above. But these have arrived for testing. So over the next few weeks and months, I'll be reviewing them and riding them on my gravel bike, and I'll let you know how I get on. But for now, we're going to take a quick first look at these very nice wheels. So carbon, they're light, they're expensive. I'll save the price until the end of the video, so keep watching if you want to find out how much these bad boys cost. But let's look at the details of these new wheels first. But let's start with the rim, because that's where the money is in these wheels. Enve is best known for its carbon fibre rims, of course, mountain and road. These are an all new design, and they're designed primarily for the demands of gravel riding. Gravel, as you know, is really popular with races all across the country and the world, with more bikes being launched and new products like these wheels being launched into that marketplace for mixed terrain riding, gravel events, and a bit of everything really. So what makes these special? Well, the G stands for gravel, of course. The 23, that stands for the internal rim width, so they measure 23 internally, and they're designed for between 35 and 45mm wide tyres. These are a 700cc rim, which is quite popular on gravel bikes. But it's also the G27 if you want a 650B rim, and the 27, as you might guess by now, has a whopping 27mm internal rim width. So that will get up to 50, maybe 55 tyre, but we're concentrating on the G23 because it's a really good choice of 700cc carbon wheel set, and I have a lot of reference points for comparing this wheel set to. So that's the main details covered. Let's look at the rim in more detail. As you can see, it's not really an aerodynamic rim because aero isn't really a factor in gravel riding. The speeds are too low, and really strength and durability and weight and puncture prevention are more important considerations than aerodynamics. What really sets these rims apart from any other carbon rim I've seen is this unique bell-shaped profile. I've not seen anything like it before, and that in combination with this fat bead, which gives a sort of a lip to the edge of the rim, are the unique distinguishing features of these rims. So they're designed to be really strong, be really low weight, and to prevent or minimise at least the chance of puncturing. So let's start with a wide hookless bead. So a 4.5mm bead, and the idea of these really wide beads is basically to spread the force of impact. So when you're smashing into rocks or roots and you're sandwiching the tyre between the rim and the ground or whatever obstacle you're hitting at high speed, the force of impact is spread. So that minimises the risk of a pinch puncture when you pinch the rubber of the tyre between the rock and the rim, and that can happen with a very narrow bead. A wider bead just reduces that pressure at the point of impact, and Enve in its own testing claims that it reduces the risk of pinch punctures by up to 60%, which is impressive. And they also say that nobody in their company has yet punctured with these new rims. And as someone who hates puncturing, I mean, who does? I can't wait to find out whether that actually is the case or not. The reason they've done this, and it's technology borrowed from their mountain bike rims, is because you're running really low pressures on gravel tyres, down to 30, 20, maybe lower pressures, and at those lower pressures the risk of sandwiching, pinch punching the tyre between the rim and the ground is much higher than on a high pressure road setup. So that's one of the key objectives of the rim. As I mentioned, it's tubeless only. You get a rim strip supplied in this bag of bits here. So you pop the rim strip on, the valves that are supplied as well, and put your own favourite tyres on and some sealant, and you are ready to go. So that's a wide hookless bead covered off. The other thing, well, two things to talk about are the shape of the rim and the carbon fibre layout in the rim. That really is the area of expertise that Enve has, all made in the US of course, and they say that the shape of the rim and the carbon layout does two things. It keeps the weight really low, a claimed 330 grams for the rim on its own, which is very impressive, and lighter than many road carbon rims I've tested in the past. And it also adds compliance to the rim as well. Now that's a tricky one to measure, and they don't give any data for the compliance of the rim. Now carbon rims, if you have been lucky enough to use them, can be very stiff, very hard. Even on gravel tyres with low pressures, they can provide a very hard ride. And the compliance that Enve says it's added to the rim should be very appealing to anyone doing long distance gravel events, especially racing like Dirty Reaver or Dirty Kansas or anything 200 kilometers over rough gravel roads where fatigue at the end of a ride can be a real factor. So that's something I look forward to finding out in testing. So those are really the three key factors of the rim. Got the wide bead profile for minimising the risk of punctures, got the carbon layout and the shape of the rim for keeping the weight low, the strength high, and also that compliance that I've talked about. A few more details to talk about. The spoke holes are actually moulded at the point of manufacture rather than drilled like a lot of carbon rims are, so that should be better for durability and reliability. The spoke nipples, as you can see, are internal, which gives a very nice clean appearance, but does make changing a spoke in the middle of the country a bit trickier. But Enve have a good reputation and good record for durability in terms of spoke breakages, so that should be okay. But if you do want to change spoke tension or spoke, you're going to have to take the tyre off and the rim strip off, which is a bit of a faff really. So that's the rim covered off. Let's look at what we've got here. We've got a nice set of Chris King hubs, black anodized front and rear, very nice and look good with the carbon rims. Got a centre lock disc rotor attachment, as you can see, and the adapters can be set up for any axle configuration. These are 12mm through axles front and rear because that's really popular on gravel bikes at the moment. And if I flip it over, I have a Shimano SRAM compatible free hub, and let's give it the old free hub sound test. Pretty quiet so far. Let me know what you think of that sound in the comment section below. So I talked about the weight. I should probably put them on the scales because they claim 1300 grams or thereabouts for a set of wheels. Let's put them on the scales and see what they actually weigh. Right, so let's put them on the scales and we'll start with the rear wheel, Chris King hub, as I mentioned before. No, 732 grams. Let's try the front wheel. Can you see that? 614 grams. So pretty bloody light, that's for sure. There we go then, pretty damn light. Just over 1300 grams. That's probably down to the Chris King hubs. If you went with the Enve carbon shelled hubs, you're probably looking at sub 1300 grams. But still, that's an insane weight for a wheel set, remember, that's designed for gravel riding, to be strong and tough and durable. And I've tested lots of carbon race wheels in the past, and very few of them are as light as these unless you get into tubular rim profiles. So for a clincher rim to be this light yet strong enough for gravel riding, very impressive. The last thing for me to talk about is the price, and I saved it till the end of the video just to keep you watching, because if I mentioned it at the beginning you might have clicked away in disgust. So now I can reveal how much they cost, and probably best make sure you're sitting down for this. They cost £3,100 for this Chris King equipped set of wheels I have here. So a lot of money. You definitely buy a bike for that, you buy a lot of nice things for that. But let me know what you think of the price in the comment section below. Too much? Let me know your thoughts. Something worth adding on the issue of price is that you get a 5-year crash replacement warranty with them. So if you have any problems, if you smash them up, Enve will replace them free of charge. So that's really worth quite a bit actually on a expensive wheel set. So it gives that peace of mind, that reassurance that if you have any issues with wheels, Enve are going to look after you, which you can't say the same for every manufacturer, and it's certainly a longer warranty than most high-end carbon wheels. So that's definitely worth factoring when you're considering that high price on these Enve G23 wheels. With all that said, it just leaves me to go and fit some tyres and fit them to a bike and find out how they ride and whether they live up to the claims that Enve makes for them in terms of the puncture resistance, the compliance, the low weight and the strength, and whether that high price tag is in any way justified. And I'll let you know how I get on in a future video update, so make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss that future video in about a month's time maybe, so tune back for that very soon. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you all again next time.